First contact and crisis. The stellar horizon cut through the darkness of deep space, its hull reflecting the distant starlight as Captain Sarah Chen stood at the bridge, her eyes fixed on the anomaly ahead. The ship's sensors had detected something massive, far larger than any human vessel, drifting in the void between stars. "What do you make of it, Dr. Rodriguez?" she asked, turning to her chief scientist who was hunched over the sensor display. "It's alive, Captain," Rodriguez replied, his voice filled with wonder. "At least partially. The readings suggest some kind of biomechanical hybrid technology, nothing like we've ever encountered before." The object slowly came into view through the main viewport, a colossal vessel that seemed to merge organic and mechanical elements seamlessly. Its surface pulsed with faint bioluminescence, but dark patches marred its hull like bruises on skin. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission," called out Communications Officer Patel. "It's different. Not radio waves. Some kind of quantum entanglement communication." Before Chen could respond, the ship's systems flickered, and a voice filled the bridge, not through speakers, but seemingly directly in their minds. "Help. Dying. Enemies approach." The message was weak, but clear enough to send chills down Chen's spine. She had prepared for first contact scenarios, but nothing quite like this. "Life support is failing throughout most of the vessel," Rodriguez reported, his fingers dancing across the console. "Whatever it is, it's dying." Chen made her decision. "Prep the engineering team. We're going aboard." Chief Engineer Maya Torres led the boarding party, her modified toolkit slung across her shoulder. The inside of the alien vessel was a marvel, corridors that seemed to breathe, walls with circuitry running through them like veins. But everything was deteriorating. "This is incredible," Torres breathed, scanning the nearest wall. "The ship isn't just a machine with biological components. It's a single unified organism. The technology is integrated at the molecular level." The ship's voice returned, stronger now that they were inside. "Quantum virus. Systems failing. They come to finish what they started." Torres connected her diagnostic tools to what appeared to be a neural node. Data flooded her tablet. The ship's systems were under attack from within. Some kind of self-replicating quantum code that was corrupting both its biological and mechanical systems. "Who's coming?" Chen asked aloud. Images filled their minds, crystalline ships of geometric perfection, carrying beings of pure energy who viewed organic life as an aberration to be cleansed from the universe. The symmetrists, as the ship called them, had attacked without warning, unleashing their quantum virus before retreating to gather their fleet for the final blow. "How long?" Chen demanded. 3 days, the ship responded. "Then they return. To end me. To end all organic life in this sector." Torres studied the infection patterns on her display. "Captain, I think we can help. The virus is sophisticated, but it's built to attack alien code. Our more primitive but different technology might be the key to creating a vaccine. Can you do it in time?" Torres looked up at the pulsing walls around them, then back at her captain. "With help from the ship itself, and if we can interface our systems with its quantum processors, maybe. But we'll have to virtually rebuild its weapon systems from scratch, create hybrid interfaces that have never existed before." Chen nodded. "Then we better get started. Humanity just made first contact, and I'll be damned if we let our first alien ally die on our watch." The next 72 hours would push human ingenuity to its absolute limits and determine the fate of not just one alien vessel, but potentially all organic life in this corner of the galaxy. Understanding and innovation. Maya Torres hadn't slept in 36 hours, but adrenaline and determination kept her going. The engineering bay of the alien vessel had become her second home, a place where impossibilities were slowly becoming reality. "The quantum virus is like nothing we've ever seen," she explained to Captain Chen, gesturing to the holographic display showing the infection spread. "It doesn't just corrupt data, it rewrites the very laws of physics at the quantum level. But that's also its weakness. The ship's consciousness, which the crew had begun calling Aurora, manifested as ripples of light along the walls. My defenses were built on quantum principles. Made me vulnerable. Exactly, Torres said. But our technology is practically Stone Age by comparison. We still use silicon chips and binary code. The virus doesn't know what to do with it. It's like trying to infect a paper book with a computer virus. Chen watched as Torres's team worked at makeshift stations throughout the bay, interfacing human computers with Aurora's quantum systems through jury-rigged adapters. Can we use that to our advantage? We already are. Torres pulled up another display. We're creating a firewall using our primitive tech as a foundation, then building quantum systems on top of it. The virus can't penetrate the basic layer, which gives the advanced systems time to adapt and fight back. The process was painstaking. Every connection had to be perfect. One mistake could fry both human and alien systems. But slowly, section by section, Aurora's systems were being reclaimed from the virus. The real challenge, Torres continued, is the weapons systems. Aurora was designed as an exploration vessel, but the symmetrists won't give us a choice about fighting. We need to turn her into a warship, and fast. What followed was one of the most ambitious engineering projects in human history, compressed into a matter of hours. Torres's team worked in shifts, combining human weapons concepts with Aurora's quantum technology. Railguns merged with quantum accelerators. Nuclear warheads were enhanced with quantum entanglement fields. Point defense systems were rebuilt using a hybrid of human targeting computers and Aurora's quantum sensors. But the breakthrough came from an unexpected source. Dr. Rodriguez, studying Aurora's original systems, made a discovery that changed everything. The quantum virus doesn't just destroy, he explained excitedly to Torres and Chen. It reforms matter at the quantum level. If we can reverse engineer that process, we could turn their own weapon against them. Torres finished, her eyes widening with realization. The next 12 hours were a blur of calculations, simulations, and carefully controlled tests. They weren't just building weapons anymore. They were rewriting the rules of warfare itself. Integration at 80%, Aurora announced, her voice stronger now as more systems came back online. Quantum firewall holding. New weapon systems, exceeding original specifications. Torres stood back, finally allowing herself a moment to appreciate what they'd accomplished. The engineering bay had been transformed. Human and alien technology worked in perfect harmony, creating something entirely new. Screens displayed readouts in both human and alien script, and the very air hummed with potential energy. We've done more than just repair you, Torres said to Aurora. We've made you into something they won't expect, something they can't predict. Because they don't understand humanity, Aurora replied, and Torres could have sworn there was a note of satisfaction in the ship's voice. They believe complexity equals superiority. They cannot comprehend the power of simplicity, of adaptation, of intuition. Captain Chen surveyed the transformed bay. Will it be enough? Before Torres could answer, alarms blared throughout the ship. Rodriguez's voice came over the comm. Captain, long-range sensors are picking up something. Multiple quantum signatures approaching at FTL speeds. How long? Chen demanded. They've accelerated their timeline. We have less than 12 hours. Torres looked at her captain, determination written across her exhausted features. It'll have to be enough. Aurora, let's begin final weapons testing. We're about to show the symmetrists why they should have left organic life alone. As the crew rushed to battle stations, Torres couldn't help but smile grimly. The symmetrists were expecting to find a dying vessel, crippled by their virus. Instead, they would face something unprecedented. Human ingenuity combined with quantum technology, necessity breeding innovation, and the unshakable will to survive. The real test was about to begin. Transformation and preparation. The symmetrists' fleet emerged from faster-than-light travel like shards of crystal against the void. 7 ships, each a perfect geometric form, arranged in a pattern that seemed to mock the very concept of organic chaos. On Aurora's bridge, now a hybrid of human and quantum technology, Captain Chen watched the enemy's approach. The formerly dying vessel had been transformed. Where there had been decay, now there was purpose. Every system hummed with new life. Human ingenuity merged with quantum engineering in ways that defied conventional physics. Multiple quantum signatures detected. Rodriguez reported from his station. Their energy readings are off the charts. These aren't just warships. They're reality manipulation engines. Torres stood at the weapons console, her fingers dancing across both holographic and physical controls. Aurora, how are the hybrid systems holding? All systems operational at 115% of theoretical maximum. Aurora replied, her voice now clear and strong. The quantum virus has been fully contained and repurposed. We are ready. The past 12 hours had been a frenzy of final preparations. Every member of the Stellar Horizons crew had transferred to Aurora, their expertise needed to manage the hybrid systems they'd created. The human vessel now sat safely at a distance, ready to provide support if needed. Show me their attack pattern simulations, Chen ordered. A holographic display materialized in the center of the bridge, showing probable enemy formations and strategies based on Aurora's previous encounter. But there was a new element now, human tactical analysis overlaid with quantum predictions. They rely on perfect symmetry, Chen observed, studying the patterns. Every attack, every formation, it's all based on geometric precision. Symmetry is their strength, Aurora agreed, but also their weakness. They cannot comprehend asymmetric warfare. It violates their fundamental beliefs. Torres grinned. Then let's show them some human chaos. The weapons they'd created were unlike anything either species had used before. Quantum-enhanced railguns that could bend space itself around their projectiles. Point defense systems that used predictive algorithms to shoot at where enemies would be before they arrived. And their master stroke, the repurposed quantum virus, now transformed into a weapon that could turn the symmetrists' perfect geometry against them. All crews, battle stations, Chen ordered. This is what we've prepared for. Aurora, begin power-up sequence for the primary weapons array. The ship's response was immediate. Energy coursed through newly forged pathways, human and alien technology working in perfect harmony. The bridge crew felt it in their bones, a deep resonance that spoke of barely contained power. Message from the enemy fleet, Patil announced. Text only. They're confused. They expected to find Aurora dying. Let them wonder, Chen replied. Tactical, what's their range? 3 minutes to optimal engagement distance, Torres reported. All weapons systems are hot. Quantum shields are holding stable. Chen stood from her command chair, her posture rigid with determination. Send them a message, audio only. Channel open. Symmetrist Fleet, this is Captain Sarah Chen of the Earth vessel Stellar Horizon, currently in command of the quantum ship you tried to destroy. Your virus failed. Your attempt to cleanse organic life from this sector will fail. We're offering you one chance to retreat. The response came quickly, a burst of quantum data that Aurora translated. Organic imperfection must be purified. Your resistance is futile and illogical. I was hoping they'd say that, Torres muttered, her hands hovering over the weapon's controls. Chen allowed herself a small smile. Aurora, what's your tactical assessment? The symmetrists cannot conceive of defeat by what they consider lesser beings, Aurora replied. Their arrogance blinds them to the true power of organic adaptation. We have already won. They simply don't know it yet. 2 minutes to engagement range, Rodriguez announced. Chen looked around the bridge at her crew, humans, and quantum intelligence working as one, about to face an enemy that thought organic life was a mistake to be corrected. All hands, this is the captain, she broadcast throughout Aurora. In 2 minutes, we're going to teach the symmetrists a lesson about the power of imperfection. Every simulation we've run shows this battle will be unlike anything in human or quantum history. Trust your training. Trust each other. Trust in what we've built together." She paused, watching the crystalline fleet grow larger on the main viewport. They came here expecting to find weakness. Instead, they're about to learn why you should never underestimate humanity's ability to adapt, to innovate, and to turn the impossible into reality. Battle stations, everyone. Let's show them what organic chaos can do. As the final seconds ticked down, Aurora's hybrid systems pulsed with power. They had done the impossible once by saving the quantum ship. Now they would do it again by winning a battle that, by all logical measures, they should lose. The symmetrists were about to learn that sometimes the most perfect weapon is imperfection itself. Trial by fire. The first shots from the symmetrist fleet were perfect. Geometric patterns of quantum energy designed to shred Aurora's defenses with mathematical precision. They struck nothing but void as Aurora moved in ways their calculations hadn't predicted, human intuition guiding quantum engines in an erratic dance. "Pattern recognized," Aurora announced, implementing countermeasures. Torres's fingers flew across her console, orchestrating their response. The hybrid weapons they'd created came to life. Quantum-enhanced railguns spitting projectiles that bent space around them. The symmetrists' perfect formation wavered as their shields struggled to cope with attacks that didn't follow expected physical laws. "Direct hit on their lead vessel," Rodriguez reported. "Their shields are adapting, but the damage got through. They're regenerating." "As expected," Chen replied calmly. "Execute attack pattern Delta 7. Aurora's massive form pivoted impossibly. Human design thrust vectoring combined with quantum propulsion, creating movements that should have torn the ship apart. Energy beams lanced out from the crystalline ships, trying to predict where Aurora would be. But there was no pattern to predict. Every move was based on human instinct, guided by quantum computation, but never bound by it. "They're trying to box us in," Torres called out. "Standard containment pattern." Chen smiled grimly. "Perfect. Spring the trap." The reproposed quantum virus launched from Aurora's newly designed delivery systems, riding the very energy beams the symmetrists were using to attack. Their perfect geometric formation became their weakness, the virus spreading through their quantum-linked systems like wildfire. Multiple targets showing signs of infection, Rodriguez reported, excitement creeping into his voice. "Their formation is breaking down." But the symmetrists weren't finished. Their ships began to merge, perfect geometric forms combining into something larger, more deadly. Energy readings spiked off the charts. "They're attempting to purge the virus through fusion," Aurora warned. Energy buildup detected. This was not in our simulations. The combined symmetrist vessel now dwarfed Aurora, its crystalline surface rippling with power. A beam of pure quantum energy lashed out, catching Aurora along her port side. The ship shuddered, hybrid shields straining. "Port shields at 40%. Torres shouted over the alarms. "We can't take another hit like that." "We won't have to," Chen replied. "Aurora, execute chaos protocol." What happened next defied description. Every random element they'd built into Aurora's systems activated simultaneously. Quantum uncertainty amplified by human unpredictability created a cascade of effects that rippled through space itself. The hybrid weapons fired in patterns that ignored conventional geometry, each shot guided by both human instinct and quantum calculation. The massive symmetrist vessel tried to respond, but its perfect nature had become its greatest weakness. It couldn't adapt fast enough to attacks that followed no logical pattern. Where it expected order, it found chaos. Where it predicted patterns, it found randomness. "Their shields are failing," Rodriguez reported. "The quantum virus is reaching their core systems." "Now, Maya," Chen ordered. Torres activated their final weapon, a quantum pulse that carried within it the essence of human creativity itself. It struck the symmetrist vessel at its heart, disrupting the perfect symmetry that held it together. Cracks appeared in its crystalline surface, light pouring from within. Their containment is failing, Aurora announced. Quantum core destabilizing. Recommend immediate withdrawal to safe distance. Chen nodded. Get us out of here. All hands, brace for emergency quantum jump. Aurora's engines screamed as they tore away from the dying symmetrist vessel. Behind them, perfect geometry collapsed into chaos, the combined ship breaking apart in a spectacular display of light and energy. The quantum virus they'd repurposed ensured there would be no recovery, no regeneration. As the explosion faded, silence fell over Aurora's bridge. The impossible had been accomplished. Human ingenuity and quantum technology had defeated an enemy that thought perfection was the only path to victory. Damage report. Chen called out, breaking the spell. Multiple systems stressed but holding. Torres replied, checking her readouts. The hybrid interfaces performed better than expected. We're battered, but we're alive. No signs of symmetrist survivors, Rodriguez added. Their quantum signatures have completely dissipated. Aurora's voice held a note of wonder. Analysis complete. Victory achieved through imperfection, through chaos, through humanity. I begin to understand why the symmetrists feared organic life so much. Chen stood from her command chair, looking at her crew, exhausted but triumphant. They feared what they couldn't control or predict. They feared us because we can do what they never could, embrace chaos and turn it into strength. The bridge crew cheered, the sound echoing through Aurora's halls. But Chen knew this was more than just a victory. It was a beginning. Aurora, she said, how many more symmetrist fleets are out there? Many, the quantum ship replied. But they will find us waiting. Us, not just me. Humanity and quantum technology. Imperfection and precision, chaos and order. Together. Torres grinned from her station. Well, we better start planning some upgrades then. I've got a few ideas about improving our hybrid systems. Chen nodded, a smile playing at her lips. The symmetrists had wanted to purge organic life from the galaxy. Instead, they had sparked an evolution, the beginning of a partnership between humanity and quantum intelligence that would reshape the very nature of space warfare. Plot a course back to Earth, she ordered. We've got work to do. Victory and evolution. 6 months after the battle, Aurora hung in high Earth orbit, her hybrid systems now fully integrated and enhanced. The vessel had become a symbol of what humanity and quantum intelligence could achieve together, its once dying form now a testament to innovation and adaptation. Captain Chen stood in what had once been a simple engineering bay, but was now the heart of the Earth Quantum Alliance's research division. Teams of scientists and engineers worked alongside quantum interfaces, developing new technologies that merged the best of both worlds. The latest test results are promising, Torres reported, bringing up a holographic display. We've managed to stabilize the quantum-enhanced propulsion system. The new design is 300% more efficient than our original hybrid drive. Chen nodded, watching as simulations played out above them. And the weapon systems? Even better. Torres grinned, switching displays. We've refined the quantum virus delivery system. It's no longer just a weapon. It's become a universal interface. We can use it to communicate with, or if necessary, defend against any quantum-based technology we encounter. Aurora's voice filled the chamber, her tone carrying the warmth that had developed over months of working with her human crew. The symmetrist's greatest weapon has become a bridge between organic and quantum life. There is poetry in that. They're still out there, Chen reminded them, her expression serious. Our long-range quantum sensors detect at least 3 major fleets moving through distant sectors. Let them come, Torres said confidently. Every day we grow stronger. Every failure teaches us something new. That's what they'll never understand. Organic life doesn't just adapt. It thrives on challenge. The evidence was all around them. What had started as desperate modifications to save a dying ship had sparked a technological revolution. Quantum-enhanced ships were being built in orbit, each incorporating lessons learned from Aurora. Human intuition and creativity were being merged with quantum precision in ways that pushed the boundaries of what both species thought possible. "We've received another transmission from the Helios Collective," Aurora announced, referring to a recently contacted species of energy beings who had been monitoring the situation. "They wish to join our alliance. They say our victory over the symmetrists has proven that organic and quantum life can coexist, even excel together." Chen smiled. "Send them our standard response package. Let them see exactly what we're offering." Rodriguez entered the bay, his tablet displaying streams of data. "Captain, you'll want to see this. We've finished analyzing the quantum signatures from the outer rim. The symmetrists, they're changing." The display shifted to show comparison scans. The perfect geometric patterns that had once characterized symmetrist ships were becoming more irregular, more organic. "They're adapting," Aurora observed. "Our victory showed them the flaw in their fundamental ideology. Some of them are beginning to question the doctrine of perfect symmetry." "Evolution," Chen mused. "Not just for us, but for them too. Maybe that's the real victory here, proving that change isn't just inevitable, it's essential." Torres laughed. "Now you're starting to sound like a quantum computer. And you're displaying remarkable organic intuition," Aurora countered, causing everyone in the bay to smile. Chen looked around at her crew, no, her family, and the incredible ship they'd made their home. Every impossible victory, every technological breakthrough, every new alliance formed had started here, with a simple choice to help a dying quantum vessel. "Status report on the new defense grid," she asked, turning back to business. "Quantum-enhanced satellites are deployed at all major points," Torres replied. "Earth has never been better protected. But honestly, I'm more excited about the exploration possibilities. The quantum drives we're developing could take us further than we ever dreamed possible." "The universe is vast," Aurora added, "full of both wonders and threats we cannot yet imagine. But together, organic creativity and quantum processing, human determination and computational precision, we can face anything," Chen finished, "because we've learned the most important lesson of all. Perfection isn't about being flawless. It's about being adaptable." A alert sounded softly. Another ship requesting permission to dock. This one carried scientists and engineers from a dozen Earth nations, all coming to learn and contribute to the growing field of quantum organic technology. 6 months ago, they had faced extinction. Now they were leading an evolution. "Aurora," Chen said, "plot a course for the outer rim. It's time we showed the rest of the galaxy what humanity and quantum life can accomplish together." "Course plotted, Captain," Aurora replied, and Chen could hear the smile in her quantum voice. "Though I suspect even my computational matrices cannot predict where this journey will take us." "Good," Chen said firmly. "That's exactly how we like it." As Aurora's hybrid engines powered up, her quantum-enhanced systems humming with human design modifications, Captain Chen thought about the symmetrists' original goal: to purge what they saw as the chaos of organic life from the galaxy. Instead, they had sparked something unprecedented, a fusion of organic and quantum life that was greater than the sum of its parts. The perfect ending, it turned out, was just the beginning.